Good afternoon. I wanted to spend a little bit more time with you tapping. I've had some feedback that the last video I did was helpful, so I thought maybe it would be good to go through another one of the exercises in the book. So if you have your book handy, why don't you turn to page 309 to the tapping exercise. It reads like this. Begin tapping. Imagine walking up to an unlimited buffet table loaded with all of your favorite foods. Spend a few minutes tapping about the thoughts and feelings that arise. Now, imagine what the best response would be. How would you like to feel when finding yourself in that situation? What would some good options be? Spend a few minutes tapping while visualizing yourself making those good choices. Well, to do that, I think the first thing we need to do is really look at what the tapping points are to make sure that you're tapping in exactly the right place. So we're going to use the point on the side of your hand, the karate chop point, and then we're going to use the eyebrow point, the side of the eye, under the nose, chin on this crease between your lip and chin, collarbone, under your arm, and the top of your head. So what were those instructions? Those instructions were to imagine yourself walking up to your favorite buffet. Well, I haven't been to a buffet in a long time, but one of my favorites always was the one at a local restaurant. I think it's Golden Corral. But any buffet that you have in mind, try to imagine yourself walking up. And there's what, maybe 200 choices of what to eat, maybe 7 to 10 kinds of meat and a bunch of salads and some other side dishes, whole bunches of starch like dressing and mashed potatoes and breads, macaroni salad, and then the best part, all of those desserts. Pies, cobblers, puddings, ice cream with every topping you can imagine. But you're on a diet or a new kind of food plan. And so what is that feeling that happens when you kind of walk up to it? I know for me it would be definite anxiety because I'm not 100% convinced that I could handle the way that I choose to eat when faced with all those choices. So what would I do? I'd probably excuse myself to the restroom to tap because it's not something that I usually want to do in front of a whole room full of people, or I could do it in the car before I go in, but I'd start on my karate chop point. And the words that would probably come to mind would be, even though I don't trust myself to be able to do this, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't completely trust my self-control or my willpower, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm afraid that I might lose control when faced with all of those foods, I choose to stick with my eating plan because that's going to make me feel so much better about myself. Assuming that I'm feeling a little bit calmer and not quite so resistant at that point, I would move on. If I'm still feeling like I don't want to do this, I would keep tapping here. But let's assume everything's going well. So then I'd be imagining all those foods. And for me right now, I'm seeing the macaroni salad. I really want it, but it's not on my food plan. And I'm seeing the potato salad, and it's not okay on my food plan. And I'm seeing the mashed potatoes, not on my food plan, but I really want them. And I'm not sure I can resist them. Oh, and then there's those big rolls, and they have that honey butter to go on them. Neither one's on my food plan. Stuffing. Oh yeah, that would be good too. Bound to be on the buffet. Might be a real challenge. Yep, I see it. Ooh, what do I see next? I see the fried chicken. So I'm going to tap about that too. Yep, even there there's fried chicken is right there, usually close to the stuffing. Oh yeah. Wow, that would all be pretty good. Oh, and you know what else I see? Fried shrimp. Not on my food plan. Yeah, tap a little longer on that one. That one's tough. And I'm seeing those rolls again. There's a theme here. Oh, yeah. Feeling better about it. Boy, that stuff would sure taste good. And look at those desserts. Banana pudding with those cookies in it. Yep, I see it. Not on my food plan. Oh, and that really awful vanilla ice cream. But oh, it tastes good. Maybe with some chocolate candies on it. Yep. They're calling to me. I'm not sure I could resist them, but I'm feeling better about that because I'm tapping. And all of those other foods, they're kind of becoming more of a blur. They're not, oh, macaroni and cheese, wait, it just called out to me. So the second part of the instruction was to imagine yourself making better choices. So, even though those foods are still on my true wish list, they don't fit with who I want to be, they don't fit with how my body works best, and they don't fit with how I want to look. So even though these cravings are calling to me, I choose to eat rationally. Even though those foods would probably taste good in the minute, they aren't for my highest, greatest good, so I choose to eat in a different way. Even though there's unlimited food on that buffet and I can go back as many times as I want, I choose to eat what my body needs and know that a buffet is just a chance to sample some things I might not eat otherwise. But I can stay in my limits, I can eat food that's healthy for my body, and I don't have to feel bad about it. I can have my needs met at a buffet too. I'm choosing vegetables. I can see myself doing it. I can see myself smiling when I do it. I'm choosing fruit. It looks really good. And at home I never get all of those different kinds of fruit all at once. It's kind of fun to sample different kinds of things and know that I'm still working within my food plan. Look, they have fish. I like fish, or at least I'm learning to like fish. Maybe a small piece of fish would go well with these vegetables and all of this beautiful fruit. What a wonderful plate. Look at all the colors. There's plenty there for me to eat, and I know I'll feel full. And I'll feel good about myself because I've eaten the way that I know that I want to eat. It'll be good for me today, it'll be good for me tomorrow, and it'll be good for me long term too. But what will everyone else think when they see the way I'm eating? Truthfully, they'll probably be jealous because they know that I have self-control. And maybe they don't. Possibly they'll be confused, because why would you pay money for a buffet and not eat all the food you could possibly pile on one plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates? You know, that's the way it's done. But I know that this is the way that I want to eat for me. The meal's about nourishing my body. It's about tasting really good food. And it's about spending time with the people I came here to be with. So all my goals will be met, and I won't have to lose control. I don't know about you, but I feel much better. I have no intention of going to a buffet today, but if I did, that's exactly what I would do to try to get ready so that I wouldn't blow my whole diet plan and my health on one meal. Do the exercises in the book. I promise you'll feel better.